When working with WordPress, most of what you need to do can be done through the admin panel. But every now and again, you need access to the core of the site to make changes. This could be when something goes wrong with a new theme or plugin, or when you want to do some customization, or if you just want to figure out why something's not working quite right. When you upload content into WordPress, whether it be installing a new theme or a new plugin, or when you upload images or other media files, you're actually putting them onto your server under a folder called wp-content. And from this folder, you can override what WordPress is doing and also see what's happening if something's going wrong. To get to the WP content folder, you have to go to your FTP client. So I'll open my FTP client and I'll log into my site. And here, under the root folder, I find WP content. When I open this folder, you'll see several different folders depending on how you've configured your site. The folders that will always be in this folder are plugins and themes, and most often also uploads, unless you change that in your settings. In addition, you'll often find the upgrade folder, which contains information about your upgrades, both your theme upgrades and your plugin upgrades and your WordPress upgrades. If we go into the plugins folder, you'll see how it works. It's very straightforward. Every time you install a new plugin into WordPress, you're actually putting a new folder into the plugins folder. And each of the plugins lives on its own, just like what you see here. Meaning, if you want to add new plugins into WordPress, all you have to do is add a new folder in here, and WordPress will automatically recognize that new plugin and ask if you want to activate it. Likewise, if you want to delete a plugin, or if a plugin breaks or something else goes wrong, you can simply go in here, select the plugin folder, and delete it. A good example of how to use this folder is if you want to upgrade a plugin, but you're afraid that that upgrade might break something. When I think that might happen, what I do is I log in to my FTP client, I grab the existing plugin folder and copy it over to my computer so that I have a backup of the original plugin that I know works. Then I can go into WordPress and upgrade the plugin and see if everything works. If it doesn't, I can go back in through FTP, delete the new plugin, and bring back the old one, and everything will go back to normal again. The themes folder has the exact same structure. As you can see, each theme has its own folder. And just like with the plugins, when you add a new theme, all you're actually doing is placing a new folder into the themes folder, and then WordPress will automatically recognize that folder and register that new theme. And likewise, if something goes wrong with a theme, let's say you install a broken theme, or if the theme stops working for some reason, you can go in here, grab the theme folder, and simply delete it, and WordPress will fall back to one of the default themes. The only thing you should never do when you're in this theme folder is delete everything. If you delete all the themes, then WordPress simply won't work. But as long as you have one of the default themes, 2011 or 2010, in this folder, WordPress should work just fine. In addition to the plugins and themes folders, we also have the uploads folder. If you didn't change your uploads settings inside WordPress, every time you upload content to WordPress, whether it be images, documents, PDF files, videos, or audio, they all get stored inside the uploads folder based on the year and the month. So when you open this uploads folder, you will find a folder for each year you've been using the site, along with a folder for each month. And then under that month, you will find all the files you've uploaded. You also see here that when you upload an image to WordPress, WordPress actually makes a bunch of different versions of that image for you. So I uploaded this one image here, and then WordPress made 5 different sizes for me. This is important because these sizes are dependent on the theme. In this case, because I'm using this 2011 theme that has this big header graphic at the top here, whenever I upload an image, I automatically get an image created that will fit into that box if I choose to use that image as the featured image. I also get other sizes created that are defined either inside the theme or inside the WordPress media settings. But if I activate a new theme that uses a different type of sizes of these images, I need to then regenerate new images for this new theme so that the images will still fit within what the theme requires. You can use a plugin to do that, or you can do it manually, but it has to be done, otherwise things won't work quite right. The WP content folder is the only folder that WordPress will change when you upload content. That also means If for some reason you need to delete WordPress, the application, off your server and reinstall it, or if you need to do what's called a hard update, where you download a fresh version of WordPress onto your computer and then publish the new files onto your server rather than using the automatic update, you always need to keep in mind that you should never change the WP content folder. If you want to change WordPress as a whole, you should leave the WP content folder as well as the WP config folder alone. Everything else inside the WordPress application can be deleted and reinstalled, but WP content, because it contains all your plugins, all your themes, and all your uploaded files, would be very foolish to delete, because if you delete it, then you lose all your themes, your plugins, and your uploaded files. That also means if you're doing backups of your WordPress site onto your computer, the folder you should care about backing up is this WP content folder, because it contains all your customizations. Understanding the file and folder structure of your WordPress installation is vital if you are going to do any advanced development or other work. Fortunately, all you really need to know is that the files you want are almost always stored in the WP content folder.